welcome back to my channel, Life as Tiff Knows It. Tiff here, bringing you a video that I used to do, towards the beginning of the year, and haven't done for a while. I'm going to be doing a market prep video. I have a craft show next weekend, and I haven't really prepped anything. It's kind of a lot for me to explain in a small amount of time, but I have not really been crafting very much this summer because if you've been following my other videos, you probably know that my dad passed away this summer. And, I spent a lot of time by my dad, like when he was sick, crafting and getting different projects done, trying new things. And so I haven't really just been in a space to craft. And I signed up for this craft show before we knew that he was going to pass away. And I actually did this craft show early summer when everything was kind of starting to unfold with my dad. And so I have a lot of feelings, like mixed feelings with doing this craft show. Like I love doing crafts, and I liked the craft show. I liked the person. The person was really nice that organized the show. So it's probably good that I'm doing this, but I'll be honest, like I've been kind of avoiding knitting since my dad died. I don't know, I just haven't wanted to do it. Like I think it just reminds me a lot of my dad, and yeah, but I am going to prep some stuff today. So the show itself is on August 31st. So that I think is close enough to fall. Like when I think of September, I think we are in fall, even though it's not the official start of fall. But I think people are starting to think about pumpkins and everything that goes along with fall. I've seen so much like Halloween decor at Michael's and different areas. Like people are ready for fall. I'm included in that. Like we have colder weather today, and I am totally fine with it. So I think I'm gonna try to prep 3 pumpkins today, just small pumpkins, because I think that's very fall-esque. And then I also have an earring display that I just want to replenish all the spaces of earrings that I've sold. So I'm going to be doing some earring prep and making pumpkins on my knitting machine. So I thought I'd probably just like take you along on that adventure. There's other things I need to complete as well to get ready for this craft show, but I don't think it's going to happen today. So one of the things that I need to figure out is my Venmo account. It keeps getting hacked. Yesterday I contacted Venmo, and they made me send a picture of myself and a picture of my ID and a picture of me holding my ID, which felt kind of like a scam, but even my husband looked at it, and I think that's just what I needed to do. I wonder when my account will be unsuspended. So I need to figure that out. I need to come up with probably a new visual for my price guide that's a little bit more fall themed. I guess I could still use the summer one. It'd be okay if I reused it. So we'll have to, I have to go through all of that and kind of figure out a plan. I feel very rusty because I haven't done a craft show since Father's Day. And so, it's just a very bittersweet, weird place for me to be in mentally with crafting. And I think it will be good for me to do a craft show and kind of just stop just being in my mind about everything and just doing something. So come along with me, make some pumpkins, make some earrings, and I will also in this video show you the actual craft show too. So it'll kind of be a gradual video throughout the week. It's 1 week away, the craft show. All right, so we took a break from making the pumpkins because this machine is giving me a hard time. And my helper wants to help me make earrings. So I was looking at the earring display from my craft show last time, and there's lots of slots to fill. I don't think we're going to be able to make 11 pairs of earrings, but we can at least make some to make it look a little bit more full, kind of shift these around so they look a little bit more concise. We can put for example, these over with the other wooden ones and kind of just fill things in. So here are some of our charms that I bought a while ago. And we're gonna also make some beaded ones as well. And I have my little helper that's gonna help me. Hi. Okay, here we go. All right, checking in before bedtime. Denise and I made these earrings. Hi. So Denise picked which order I did it in. She helped me get all the supplies ready. And I think they look really good. What is your favorite one, Denise? Can you point to them? Which one do you like the most? I like those too.
No, wait, the mushroom.
The mushroom, I like that. I like that these look just super pretty, like when you look through them, which on someone's ears you'd see. They're a little big, but you know, people like that.
I like these ones because they're my favorite colors.
That is a pretty color. So the pumpkins did not get done today, and that's okay. We're gonna figure out the pumpkins later. Hey everyone, just checking in on you with my prep video. All of a sudden is the day before the craft show. I have a cold. I think it's a cold. I'm here with my skinny pixie Dot and my daughter Denise. You want to say hi?
Hi.
And we're just having a slow morning. I am about ready though to. Can you hear her? She's squeaking. You gonna squeak for them? I'm gonna get my juice and my coffee and then kind of start where I left off last week with making pumpkins. I did not do anything this week for craft prep. I'm really bummed because my Venmo is still suspended, so I'm going to try to call them today. I don't know what this girl's doing. She's being crazy. And so, yeah. Oh, my. Are you stuck in my hair? Girl, what are you doing? She's being ridiculous. So, anyway, that's kind of where I'm at. I might do some hyperlapse of getting the pumpkins ready. If I have some time, I might do some scrunchies because that sounds kind of like a fun project. And, yeah, maybe I'll do my packing up my car in hyperlapse motion, too. We'll see. I wanted to just provide an update. I got a hold of Venmo. It took me over an hour of being on hold. Well, I guess it's like 52 minutes and then talking to the person. But basically, they are going to like push again, looking at my verification because they haven't looked at it, which is annoying. I sent it like 7 days ago. And then it should be ready in 3 to 5 business days. So tomorrow I can't use Venmo. It's good to know though that they're working on it and it's not going to be like a all the time thing. So I think I'm going to work on my pumpkins next, and then I'm going to have to probably put my Zelle QR code on my price guide, and I'm going to change my price guide to be more fall themed. So yeah. bought this today. I kind of made a spur of the moment decision, and I'm very excited about it since Venmo is being dumb. I'm very excited. I hope it works. I'm sure it will. Hey everyone, I just wanted to do a quick check-in. I didn't get any footage of loading the cars because we didn't load the cars until it was dark. And I didn't even load them. My husband was nice enough to load them, which is super nice. Sometimes I feel stressed by that. I feel like I don't want to put my hobby onto other people, but he volunteered. It's all good. It's the morning of the craft show. I have done my morning routine as if I'm going to work. I have I'll show you, my juice, which I've learned I do not like baby kale, but I bought it and I'm going to go for it. I had to get yesterday a pumpkin cream cold brew because I was making pumpkins, and it's like my favorite drink from Starbucks. And then I thought I shouldn't drink it because it was already 2 in the afternoon. I thought I really want to sleep well. And then I made some oatmeal with some walnuts in it. I usually do pecans, and I don't know why I told my husband when he's at the store to get walnuts, but that's okay. So I'm trying to have a healthy breakfast. I'm wearing my I don't have enough middle fingers for cancer shirt. I'm thinking of my dad a lot. Last time, I think I already said, but like this, I was at this craft show and I learned some bad news about my dad. And yeah, my dad, I just think a lot about him because I feel like a connection, like crafting reminds me of my dad. Like it's his dad side of the family that I think were really crafty. My dad, I just feel like he's there for me for my shows, and so I'm trying to not be sad about it, but just to be mindful and to really center myself in why I do these shows, why I try. Like I'm not, if you look at like comparing yourself to other people online who are really successful, it can be so discouraging. And I think like it's important to go into these shows thinking about why you do it and what your goal is. And so like I want to have positive interactions with people. I want people to acknowledge like that, like the things that I create bring them joy or even a smile or something like that. It does feel good to get a compliment about making things. And um I think sometimes I get really hung up on like this hustle culture. I was just watching a video about hustle culture, thinking that I always have to do more. I always have to make more. I always have to try better, do this, do that. And not just in the realm of crafting, but with my job and with being a mom and with everything. And so, like, I'm really wanting to be mindful about when I do craft shows, because I have 2 more scheduled after this, doing it in a way that I'm not stressed. I'm not pushing myself to the limit. I'm not trying to be like make more and more thing, do this, do that. Like I want this to be something I do that works for me. So, anyway, I've been really reflecting on that. I think that's really important. This needs to fit into my life and needs to fit into my family's life. I don't want it to cause any tension or any conflicts. And when I get stressed out, I'm more sensitive, and that kind of happened yesterday. And there was an interaction I had with my husband that just like it's a me thing. It's not even a him thing. Like I just took it wrong because I'm stressed, and I have to remember like it's okay to feel stressed. Like doing craft shows, doing all this stuff, it is stressful, but I don't want it to be at a cost. And so yesterday's interaction, I moved past. It was fine. It's not a big deal, but I don't ever want big deals to come up. So keeping that in mind, that I'm here to have fun. I'm here to not put so much pressure on myself for this expectation that's out of my control. I cannot control if people buy my things. So I can control how much I make, like of those items. I can control when to start, when to stop. So it's really empowering. And it just reminds me of my dad. Like, I think my dad would be proud that I'm reflecting on crafts this way. And my goal is really to, overall in life, like, enjoy it more, not take things so seriously. That's easier said than done, but I want to be good to myself. I want to have fun in my life. I don't want to miss opportunities. So that's the goal. That's the goal. So come along with me. I don't think I'll be able to film like unloading because the setup's weird, but I definitely will try to get footage of my setup and maybe of just the craft show itself. Maybe I can record some interactions if I have any sales where it's not recording the other person, but we'll see. We'll see. I'll also do a recap of what I make. Hopefully I sell something, but it's okay if I don't. It's all about the experience. It's all about the journey and the people I meet and being with my family. And that's it. Little entrepreneur, tell me how you're going to sell your crafts at my craft show today.
If somebody wants one of my crafts, I am gonna tell them how much it is, and then they'll decide if it's too expensive or not. But if it's not, I'll give them to them, and then they'll give me the money.
I thought I would close out this video. I know I never get a lot of footage at the event. It's just kind of awkward filming around people. I didn't want to get any like copyright stuff because there's music playing. I did try to get some clips while my favorite song was playing. Well, my favorite song at the event, so, which was I'll Follow You Into the Dark by Death Cab for Cutie. That was just so fitting for my dad, and I remember that song playing before my dad died, and I was there before, and it was emotional. It was emotional. So let's talk about the event. It was not my highest earning event, but I did earn some money, so there we go. I made more than my booth fee. Let me tell you what I sold. I took notes in my notebook that I bought a while ago. So, I'm trying to not have a crooked. So I sold 2 greeting cards, then 3 wristlets, like back to back. So 2 of the wristlets I bartered. So I'm still counting it as income earned, even though I got a bracelet for it. 1 lanyard and 2 pairs of earrings. So pretty minimal with the sales. It's because I don't think there was really that much of a crowd. Like, the foot traffic just wasn't really there. So total I made $52. The booth fee was $30. So I made $22. I also forgot chairs. So we ended up splurging and buying new chairs, which I'm actually grateful for. Like, they're much more comfortable. They're lawn chairs. We can use them for other things. So I'm not feeling too bad about that. I also did buy that square reader for about $60. I was having trouble getting it to work at first, but Bill helped me figure it out. So I do feel like I've really upped my game with that. I did end up signing up for one more craft show with Bill's blessing. And so I have 3 craft shows that are coming up. So let's talk about all of these kind of breakdowns. So I would say with communication, I felt pretty communicated with for this event. So I did this event before, and that time I felt like they were kind of not as communicative. I think I was just being impatient, and she was probably going to send out an email, and I just reached out first. So because of that experience last time, I gave it a 9 out of 10. I feel like they gave me the information I needed this time for sure. In fact, I got 2 emails, which I appreciated. For ease of setup, I gave it an 8 out of 10. So it wasn't too far away from the space that we had to get all of the stuff out of the cars. But we did have to move our cars across a busy street, which I'm so grateful I didn't really have to deal with. Like, Bill did that for me. But it was a little cumbersome. Like, you had to turn a corner, and so it wasn't awful by any means. That's why I gave it an 8 out of 10. Foot traffic, I went back and forth with giving it a 7 out of 10 or a 6 out of 10. I feel like it really wasn't that busy. One of the people that bought something for me was another vendor. There was like gradual people, but it was pretty slow. And it was really hot today. In fact, I'm looking at my chest. I think I got sunburnt here. And I think that Bill and me got kind of overheated. So people, I guess, weren't out as much because of the heat. I'm not really sure. So overall, I'd probably give this event like an 8 out of 10. The vendor fee is on the lower side. And I do think that once I go to markets that the weather's cooler, I'm going to get more hits on hats. I was so bummed. There was 2 opportunities where I thought people were going to buy something and they changed their mind. So one of them was for a hat. This guy tried on like a kid-sized hat and said, "Oh, it doesn't fit." And I kind of froze in the moment, and I thought, well, because sometimes I try to market things as things that they're not, but I wanted it, like, I should have said, try a different hat, because they're not all the same size. These hats would fit you better, sir, but I don't know. He asked me early on, are they all the same? And I didn't think he meant with the kids' hats. I thought he meant with the adults' hats if they're the same size. So anyway, it was a learning experience. They had delicious food. They had this mac and cheese burger, and that was so good. So I loved the ambiance of it. I loved the music. I made $22, and it's always a good experience. I also had a person ask if I could teach their daughter how to do crafts, and he called me a professional, so that felt good as well. I love doing craft shows. It's exhausting and it's stressful, but I do think it's worth it. I got to eat snow cones with Bill and Denise. I got to have some family time. I got Denise away from a screen for a bit. So I do think it was worth it for me. I will do it again. And yeah, that's where I'm at. So thanks for joining me on my crafting journey. I really appreciate it. If you like this type of content, please like, comment, and subscribe to help my channel grow, because I could use some views on my channels. Thank you so much, and I'll see you another time.